Hey guys, Haas with Haas Games and Cards, and I hope you're all doing awesome because you all deserve it. What do we got going on today? Well, we're doing a Poke Police follow-up investigation here. Doing a follow-up video on the current investigations of Prismatic Evolutions, pre-orders being, made and then canceled and relisted for a higher price. And who's doing it? And who is exactly doing it? First of all, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for helping me cover this, because this is something that we actually beat the big YouTubers to. And so I super appreciate that. Like, we had that Dr. Pokemon guy kind of brush on this a little bit, but not very in depth, not like how we've done it. He just found a random Reddit post, may have seen my video, maybe not. I'm not very big, so probably not. But we started reporting on this before anybody else. And, a lot of the other YouTubers are just going off of one Reddit post going, oh, wow, look at this,
Feel wronged by things that people tell you.
But you guys, my viewers, you guys are awesome. You guys came through with evidence for us showing these cancellations and repostings. And this came just from a normal video that we were doing talking about the prismatic market. I had some people message me, provide me information, screenshots, proof, and things like that. And that's what I asked for. I was like, I don't know if this is happening like Surging Sparks or not. I haven't heard too much about it, but if you guys have proof, I would love to see it. And you guys can always give me proof anytime on my Instagram, Haas_games_, or it's Haas Games and Cards. All underscores in between. I'll put it in the video description, but thank you so much. If there's other things you guys want to look into and dive into as far as subjects, and if you have some proof and something I can work on and work towards, that helps out a ton, guys. That really helps out a ton. So provide it, throw it my way. We'll do a little Poke Police investigation. We'll start a little Poke Police squad, and see what we got going on. See if we can figure something out. I love doing investigations. I do a lot of investigative work, and so I would love to dive into this kind of stuff. And who knows, maybe Pokemon should hire me as a private investigator. I'd love it. Maybe we can crack down on the Rob Cinchies and things like that. I would love to work for Pokemon. I think that'd be great. That'd be so fantastic and fun. So, like I said, guys, we're doing a follow-up video to the video we made before, and I know one of the stores that was doing cancellations and repostings was Punk Outer, and then PokéSama was kind of taking up the majority of the bandwidth of that video for their pretty bad practices. Before, we had some people that came through and said, hey, you know what, Punk Outer, they did it, and then PokéSama, we had some proof come in, and what was interesting is the pre-orders that were canceled were the ones that weren't at their top wave pricing. They had ETB, totally different ETB waves starting in November, which is way too early. To get off tangent, guys, that is crazy. We have people right now, like Forge Fire, which I'm sure they'll actually deliver through on their pre-order. Forge and Fire is usually pretty good with that. But any other store, I would not believe it. But we have some stores that are already doing the Team Rocket booster box, full MSRP, doing pre-orders on it right now. And what that kind of tells me is they're hurting for cash. They must have some invoices that weren't paid off, or something went wrong, because why would you need all that money right here, right now, up front to fund a set that's not even the next set? It's several sets out from now. So I find that very crazy, very shady. Forge and Fire, they probably will go through with it. Unless you guys have evidence about Forge and Fire, I'd love to see some Forge Fire evidence if you guys have it. Have they canceled Prismatic Evolution, ETBs? What's it looking like? If you guys have anything on that, let us know, because it might help us build on whether or not we want to even do some pre-orders with Forge Fire for a set, multiple sets down the road that we know is going to be one of the hottest and hardest sets to get. So if you guys have proof of that, let's see it. Help me out. But then also, guys, if you could help me out in the way of liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I would like to get a lot of people to see this one, mainly because I want to help protect people from these crazy scams that are going on. Pokemon card stores, and I'm an online card store. I know Dr. Applesauce does not count that, but I'm an online card store. I worked really hard to get to where I'm at, to get distro, to get my Japanese vendors, and I've done it with integrity. So I really don't. I don't know. I just really don't want other people to get hurt. And in my opinion, if some of these stores end up getting exposed, people won't buy from them and they won't get hurt. And then also maybe product will go where it's supposed to go, to where it won't be so crazily charged and uppriced and scalped. And I mean, at this point, stores are scalping, and that's abhorred. That's abhorred. Stores are scalping, and I get it because the product is short, because of all these other reasons. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm barely getting any product. I'm not selling ETBs for $140, maybe 60 to 65, sure. But 140, but I'm only getting like 10 of them too. But for 140, 30, whatever it's at right now, card stores are feeding into this scalping.
Like all I feel is rage and frustration.
And it's just crazy. Like, I don't like scalpers in general, and I know if a card store sells it cheaper, then a scalper's just going to flip it for cheaper. But you know what? I don't like scalpers or card stores doing that. I don't like either one of them doing it. And realistically, if people would just stop buying at these super ultra inflated prices, the inventory would probably go where it needs to go, where it's supposed to go, to the people that are going to sell it right. But then two, then people won't pay crazy prices. There won't be as much FOMO. There'll be more availability. Guys, we need to stop buying from scalpers. We need to. And we need to stop buying from stores that get free loans. Free loans. It blows my mind again, guys. And I'm sorry for those affected. And so, like I was saying before, PokéSama, we're focusing on them. They're doing pre-orders starting in November. And now they did like a $400-ish case of ETBs for pre-orders. They did like an $800, closer to $900-ish range, and now we're up in like the 1,000-ish range. One common theme that I've seen is everything that's been canceled so far is not that top tier, top pricing ETB drop. So that's kind of interesting. We'll get back to PokéSama, I promise, because we do have more with that. And we'll get back to that. We got more with them, but we have one other company that is canceling pre-orders and flipping them out for a different price, for a higher price. And they are actively doing their stuff right now. It is crazy. So guys, we have, and we can't see it, I'm going to bring this over a little bit, MHDEALSPLUS. MHDEALSPLUS. So we can see they have a Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box 130, going pretty along the lines with what current pricing is. And you know what? I tried to contact them, because I did actually make contact with PokéSama, but I did try to contact these guys. They don't even have a contact information thing here. Like, there's nothing that I can, like, you can make an account, you can go to the home of their website, but they do not have something that you can contact them by. In fact, even their logo, it has like trading cards, toys, video games, has the website, started in 2016, but it does not have any contact information. And that's weird. That's super weird. I swear my website does. Yeah, get in touch. Has my email right there. Has my Instagram and my YouTube, so you can get a hold of me on all those platforms. I have something that you can fill out here and send me a message. And this Let's Chat thing, it literally goes straight to my email. I get notified right away of when people send messages. So again, MHD, they have their pre-orders up 130, which is whatever. I think it's fine if you want to go crazy scalpish. I don't think it's fine, but if they want to do that, that's their choice. But not what I'm not okay with. And I'm keeping everyone anonymous on this one. My last people that gave me information wanted to have some call outs for their Instagram, which we did. These individuals want to remain anonymous, and I totally get it, and I totally respect you guys, and thank you for trusting and getting me this information. So, MHD, here we go. I'm terrible at math. I'm terrible at math. We're going to have to do some math here. I apologize. But they were doing pre-orders for $8.79 for a case. $8.79. So that's about like 87. Let's see. 879 divided by 10, of course, is 870. Yeah. $87.90. So they were doing their pre-orders, and someone got canceled. They're like, oh, we refunded you everything. Oops, I'm drawing on it. Did not mean to draw on it. But anyways, they're refunding the entire purchase. They refunded it. Not even explanation. Not even anything. Whoops, did not want to do that. But they're still doing pre-orders. Actively doing pre-orders. We can add this to our cart. It's in our cart. We can buy it right now if we wanted to. Follow us. Where do we follow you guys? Where's your following stuff? You're not here. You're not there. You're not anywhere. You're sus as hell. So anyways, guys, this is despicable. If you guys are watching this, don't even pre-order this, because once it hits 160 for like a pre-order or something, they're going to cancel on you and then redo all their pre-orders. Guys, please get this video out here, because this is ridiculous and infuriating, because you get smaller companies like me that want to do the right thing, and they don't get as much product because guys like this are doing what they're doing. It is terrible. It is despicable. That's crazy. So crazy, my friends. So, PokéSama. Now we're dealing with them. And we had some good information come in from them, or from our sources, our customers that have had their orders canceled. And there's my cat. Hello, Jade. So they started pre-orders, like I said, in November, which is way too early. And here's the thing, too. At this point, stores would have learned lessons from Surging Sparks. Stores would have learned their lessons from Surging Sparks and realized, oh, you know what? Surging Sparks didn't go so well. We didn't get as many allocations. We probably should not pre-order anything until we know our numbers. A store should not pre-order anything until they know their numbers. Because I have distros, I know how this works. So with my distros, they will tell you what you're guaranteed to be allocated, and it doesn't change. It doesn't change. It's not like in November, their distros came up and said, yeah, so like we're gonna give you 1,000 cases, and then in January, then magically be like, oh, by the way, we're not going to give you 1,000 cases. That's not how distro works. And they wouldn't even let you know that early. Mine didn't let me know until January. They said, hey, here is, probably in late December, they said, here's the numbers that are guaranteed to you. And I said, sweet. Till I see my invoice for it, I'm not going to do any pre-orders. And I still haven't done my pre-orders yet. I'm still working on building that with my website. Just been crazy busy with work, but we are going to do some pre-orders. We'll make an announcement on that. Keep an eye out. We'll announce it on Instagram, YouTube, and whatever social media platform we can. I'll only be able to help out about 10 people because we have people like this. It's crazy. So anyways, back to where we're at. Like, so you get your invoice early January, and you know exactly what you're getting. So it's not like at that point distro is going to magically change your quantity. That's not how that works at all. I have one distro that is kind of like that, but they're smaller and they're not like any other distro. They don't do pre-orders like distros do. They pretty much let me know the last week before the set comes out, hey, this is what you're getting. And that's it. Like, I'll sit there and bug them and be like, hey, any updates, any updates? And they'll tell me no right up until about the last week. They're probably the most disorganized and weirdest, but I don't pre-order for their stuff. I know I'm going to get stuff, but I don't pre-order it until basically, if I do even pre-order it, I usually just wait till I get it. If I do pre-order it, it's like days before release because I won't know until right then. So lessons have been learned from Surging Sparks, and you'd think these people would know. And they're using some bad excuses. So I guess we'll stop going in circles here. My bad, guys. I apologize. I just want to drive home that the excuses that they're using are not right. They're not okay. They're so off. They are so off. So I have another customer, and here we go. They were able to get in on the cheaper pre-orders when a booster or an ETB was about $45. So this would have been pre-ordered in November. Okay, here's their order. It's been canceled. Oh, not cool. And I'm so sorry to the person this happened to. Like, this is terrible. But this is their original order. And as you can see, it happened on November 4th. Again, way too early, especially with the lessons learned from Surging Sparks. So I reached out to them. You know what? Because all the evidence I've gotten was the lower tiers getting canceled, and I have not had anybody reach out to me for their more expensive pre-orders. And you'd think a person would come to me and be like, hey, I spent thousands of dollars on these cases, their highest priced pre-order amount, and it got canceled, and now that money was tied up. It's going to take a minute for it to come back, and I don't know if it's going to be in time to actually get product for myself. So you think we'd hear more stories about that, but we don't. We do not. And I don't think they're canceling their higher up pre-orders. So I did send them an email, and I said, hey, I noticed you guys are canceling pre-orders and relisting them at a higher price. Do you have a comment? And this is what they responded to me. And sorry, my frame cuts it out a little bit, so I'll read it to you. It says, thank you for hello, Haas. Thank you for reaching out. Our distributor informed us that allocations were being cut for all stores, which unfortunately left us with no choice but to cancel a wave of pre-orders. So that's interesting. A wave of pre-orders, but then they kind of contradict themselves here in a minute. So they say we had no choice to cancel a wave of pre-orders. The decision was not based on market pricing, as we had canceled most of our recent orders as well. So again, when you cancel a wave, that means you canceled one of your pricing tiers. And then all of a sudden they're saying, oh, but we also had to cancel some of our other tiers too. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all, because I feel like I'd have someone angry come at me saying I spent over $1,000 to get this. So if one of you have, cool, provide me that information, because we don't know until we have it. But so far what we do have is we have one of the cheapest waves being canceled, and we have proof of that. We have screenshots of that. And we have one of our mid-tier waves being canceled. That was in the first video. We have evidence of that. But we don't have evidence of the highest tier being canceled, which would probably carry the angriest customer. Well, we'll get into what I'm about to not be happy about. So the decision was not based on market pricing, as we had to cancel most of our recent orders as well. Our goal is to always fulfill as many pre-orders as possible, but we are sometimes limited by allocation changes outside of our control. One of the other questions I asked them well, no. You know what? We're going to stop at that paragraph. Allocation changes outside of our control. No, stupid. And I'm sorry, I usually don't name call on my YouTube channel, but this is stupid. This is so stupid. No, these are not allocation changes outside of your control. These are, I did allocation, or I did pre-orders in November before knowing my allocations, and now my allocations are not as good as what I'd hoped them to be. So now I have to do cancels, and not only am I canceling orders, but I'm canceling my cheapest ones so I can still get my most expensive pre-orders for people that, because you'd think you'd prioritize your customers that ordered first because they're your most loyal ones. They're the ones that were ahead of the game, did the right thing, and pre-ordered early, and you're punishing them by canceling their shit, the bottom tier, the lowest priced ones, and the mid-tier ones. But where's my most expensive cancels? You guys are full of it. You guys are liars, you're dishonest, and you're so full of it. It's not even funny. It isn't even funny at this point. So no, you did not have allocation changes. You made poor decisions without knowing your allocations, even after what Surging Sparks taught a lot of people, and you became the bad guy. Sorry, you're the bad guy. You're bad. You're scammers, you're flippers, you're taking free loans. There's no pretty way to paint it. You guys suck. Sorry, not really. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all. Usually we're pretty chill, but not with this. So I did ask him, I'm like, also, it seems like you deleted your Instagram account. And for them to be established on their website for how long now? Let's see. When did you guys all start? Oh, they don't even say when they started their company. Wonder if I can do that. When did PokéSama start as a company? They don't have anything that I can really see. PokeWorks, PokéSama. Let's see what this has to say. They had a LinkedIn 2 months ago, but that's it. So I don't even think they're very new. I don't think they're very old. I think they're very relatively new. And I don't think they're new. So I wonder if they're just freaking crazy scammers. And they have all these links. They have a Twitter. I don't have a Twitter, so who am I kidding? I can't do that. So anyways, guys, PokéSama. Can't even decide if they're new or not, but they're just bad. This is just a bad practice, and this is where I really hope stores learn how to take some accountability. I don't like this. I don't like this, and like I said, this is causing a whole lot of allocation to go to the wrong places. This is bad practice, and these people need to be seen. They need to be seen. It is abhorrent, and I feel like I really hope when this big boom dies down a little bit, I really hope people just remember people like PokéSama and say, you know what? No, because you are here to screw us over in one of the hardest Pokemon times, and to repay you, once it slows down, we should be away from you. I think they should start now. I think people should start staying away from them now. But in my opinion, if they're not going to support their customers in what is going to be a hard time for the customers, because this should be a good time for stores, this might be a little bit harder for customers. They shouldn't be rewarded for that. Absolutely not. They're capitalizing on their customers, using their money, refunding it to do bigger things. They don't deserve to do bigger things. They don't deserve to have allocations in the first place. So, guys, just don't. This is so sad and disappointing. I've been rambling on forever. But if there's any other evidence of other companies doing crazy stuff like this, or whatever the case is, reach out to me. Let's look into it. Let's take a look. And guys, again, please like, share, comment, get this video out there. I don't want people running into more of this, and I can guarantee they're just going to keep causing issues. And you know what was interesting is when we pulled up their website the other night, they had product on the website. They did have Prismatic Evolutions on the website. Now it's all taken down. I think people are starting to notice. And again, that's thanks to you guys. You guys are helping us get this out. And especially with us. Do they have a YouTube? Oh, they do have a YouTube. I see. 19 subscribers, 28 videos. So guys, they're very new. They're very new. And I don't... When did this come out? Are you going to tell us a date? When did this happen? I don't think it's going to tell us. That is very disappointing. I hate the gloves. Anyways, guys. Bad stuff. Help us get this out there. And again, thank you guys so much for what you've done for me. I insanely appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You guys are the real champs. I just get to sit here and talk into a microphone, and you guys really come through for me when it comes to everything else. So I really do appreciate you guys. I'm going to do my best to do right about Prismatic Evolutions. Unfortunately, I'm only getting maybe about 10 things. So I'm not getting crap, but I'm also not going to do it at a crazy price either. So like I said, keep an eye out. I'll do some announcements. Unfortunately, you know, I can't make it perfect, and I can't help out everybody, but I'm going to get out what I can. So I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a good night. Don't do anything crazy.